Hello and welcome back to Questions from Quarantine. We know it's been a grim couple of weeks from us, so we wanted to do an episode specifically dedicated to the positive, the silver linings of COVID. I know a lot of us are spending a lot more time at home with our children, with our pets, maybe even outside, as you can see from Professor Kayyem's background. So first Professor Kayyem and then Dr. Bourdeaux, what are your COVID silver linings?
And it's such a great question because obviously things are so grim at a very large scale. So, we can forget that there's progress on vaccines, there's progress on treatments, there's some stability out there. And all the things that you said, like my dog loves me and my spending lots of time with my kids, and I'm not at home this month, as has become clear to many, and just got out. So, look, there's those pluses, but I'm going to focus on the American public. Twitter and Instagram have a tendency to bring out or amplify the worst of the American public. But my hope, I get lots of, wow, we're kind of getting it when I look at this consistent polling. And it's not just the polling against Trump and the plan. It is the polling 80% about wanting a national masking rule. I think that's why you're seeing the Republicans change. It is polling about prioritizing health over the economy. People know that we can get businesses back. It is polling about who we listen to, in terms of we're still listening to the scientists and doctors and not the politicians. So, and it is the polling about, not just the confidence gap, but how we are behaving, that most Americans know we have to act differently, that the way we socially distance and the way we are together. So I'm going to give a freaking shout out to the vast majority of the American public that gets this. We should focus on the 80% plus that get this. And so that continues to make me happy.
And it depends on what kind of person you are, right? Like sometimes I'll say I'm both. I sometimes really need to check out and just go think about other species for a while and go for the walk in the woods. And that's really lovely. But the other thing that I always take, is always energizing for me and reaffirming for me, is the fact we live in a democracy and we are not just passive folks. I mean, we have some agency here. So if you're upset, call your governor, call your senator. I mean, they need to hear from you, and that we can do better. And the other cool thing about it is, like, it isn't actually rocket science what needs to happen. It's hard. It is hard. It's not rocket science. And I always say, I'm married to a rocket scientist, so I can tell you for sure. It's not. So I think the thing of, pick up, if you're mad, if you're upset your kids aren't going to go to school, pick up the phone, call your leaders, tell them to make a plan. And so that's extremely powerful. So those are my 2 cents on how to stay positive.
Dissent and caring about your neighbor are patriotic. Thank you both so much for your contribution. This has been Questions from Quarantine. You can hashtag us Questions from Quarantine for your chance to be answered next week. Thank you.